What up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Magic Hour. I'm your host, MagicLeb, aka MagicLeb. Today, I have a fantastic guest. I don't get to see him very often because it's always interstate, but he is here today, Mr. Mou Deng.
Woo! Yeah.
What's up? Oh, and I always forget this part. Be sure to follow me on my Instagram at Fame Film Agency and follow me my YouTube at MagicLeb. Now we can get back onto this thing. What up, Mo?
Too bad, man. Not too bad.
You know?
I don't have any socials to plug, so don't follow me. Yeah.
I couldn't, I had trouble finding you. You know, you did have an Instagram, didn't you?
Yeah, I just came back on as well.
Okay. Okay, man, I got to put your name on here, so make sure you give me what your Instagram is. No, because I wanted to get more in touch with you. I was trying to get a hold of you, and I also want to do research. I like to do some kind of research on people. So I could be more prepared, so I know what to ask instead of you force feeding me information. To get to know you better.
You won't get much off my Insta, I'll tell you that.
No, okay, no, okay. This may be racially insensitive. Is it?
Probably is.
Are you running from the police? Is that why you're trying to keep yourself hidden? Keep as less information about you as possible.
No comment. No, it's not. I think it's more like it takes a lot of time off me, man. Like, you ever been on Instagram for like 2 hours scrolling through reels and just scrolling through social media? It takes like I've got like an addictive personality, man. So if I get on Instagram, I just watching reels.
No. It is addictive, and I am so happy that TikTok cut me off.
Yeah.
TikTok banned me. TikTok banned me 3 consecutive times. And the third time, I was like, you know what? I don't want to do it again. Because the first time they banned me, fine, I had to re-upload all my good stuff again. And I did it twice. But the third time, I said, you know what? And it was hard to shake off TikTok. Because I was addicted to TikTok. Just shake it off. I was so addicted to that shit.
Yeah, it happens.
But after, you know how they say when you're trying to quit smoking, if you can pass through the first 3 days, you'll be okay. After the first 3 weeks, that's when I started feeling better. Because I was really edging for it. It's like a drug. And once I got out, thank God, I got kicked out of Threads today. For the 7th time, but they kick
that away.
Threads.
What's that?
Instagram Threads. There's Instagram and there's Threads. Threads is a part of Instagram. It's like another version of TikTok, right?
Now you said you got kicked out.
No. I wouldn't say kicked out. I've been suspended. But every time they've suspended me, they put me on a 48-hour, maybe 3 days, and then I'm back. I just make it.
What are you doing to get kicked? Are you like
I tell you what I'm doing. I am a pro-Palestinian supporter. That's all I got to say.
Oh, you get political.
All right.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Like
all right. Now, if they get it, if they're posting shit that says "death to Arabs, hope they all fucking die," I'm gonna say something.
Yeah.
All right. And what I say, that gets suspended. But death to Arabs, it's fine. It's fine. It's very common. It's the norm. That's the thing. Yeah. It's the norm. They've been saying it for so long, it's become normalized. Death to Arabs is a normal thing. But saying fuck you, Israel, all right? They go, oh, you're blasphemy and anti-Semitic, and you're making the hair on my balls stand by saying that. Shut the fuck up. You're Polish, motherfucker. You're not Semite at all. I'm a Semite. I'm Lebanese. I'm from a Semitic freaking country. You are from Hungary or Poland or wherever the fuck, and you call yourself a Semite. So when I make these kinds of comments and make truth out of these comments, all right, then I get suspended. All right, but you know what? But to be fair, I do put a fuck you, but I don't spell the fuck because if you spell fuck, that's offensive and against the guidelines. So I put EFFU, right? But I don't call somebody a cunt. I call them a see you next Tuesday. I got to make work around these curse words.
Can you get banned for saying cunt?
Yes, you can get banned for anything these days. No. You know what? If you say fuck Australia, fuck America, fuck whatever, you're cool.
Okay.
You say fuck Israel, you're in the suspended list. Do you know what I mean? They're putting this like, don't fuck with Israel. No, we want to fuck with you. If you say fuck with us, then we're like, no, we don't want to, because people don't like to be told what to do more than like they don't want to be told what not to do. You tell us what not to do, then we're going to do it. It's like when a 6-year-old learns to curse for the first time and he says fuck. Right? And the parent says, don't say that word. You gave that kid the fuck card. He's going to say fuck constantly because you told him not to say it.
Yeah, man, that's like when my parents told me not to drink. Now I drink a lot.
See?
Yeah, man,
it's just behavior. Like we intentionally do the opposite to piss people off.
Yeah. That's I get on the piss. I don't know about pissing anyone off.
Or to anger them, or to frustrate them, or to whatever, to get a rise out of them. you know?
Yeah. It's like rebellious.
Yeah, and you know, and this look. This is the best way I can explain it for any generation to understand. If what's happening today is a movie,
yeah, right.
If it was Lord of the Rings, Israel is Mordor.
Yeah, I don't get it, but that's
okay. You haven't seen Lord of the Rings?
Nah.
Have you seen Star Wars?
I've seen Star Wars.
Okay, if today's world was Star Wars, then Israel is the Empire.
Oh, so
and the rebels are the
Empire.
And the rebels are the rebels are the Palestinians fighting the Empire.
Don't the Empire win?
No, the Empire strike. Well, at the end they probably not at the third one. The third film, episode 6. All right, Palpatine was supposedly killed and Darth Vader loses, but Darth Vader was still kind of good or whatever. Never mind. But the thing is, they celebrated with little 6-inch puppets. Oh, the Ewoks.
Oh, the Ewoks. Oh, I love the Ewoks.
And the Ewoks, they're Hamas.
They're Hamas.
Ewoks are Hamas because they are a poor country. They are a poor, unequipped, not as technological advanced as others, and they kick the shit out of the empire.
That's part of this Israel beef and all that.
Well, that's the talk of the town.
Where are you from? Aren't you Lebanese?
Yes, I am.
And you're part of this battle,
dude. They hit Lebanon today, and they hit Lebanon yesterday, and they want all of Lebanon as part of Israel.
And there's Israel.
They want to extend Israel all the way through to Syria. So they want Palestine, Jordan, Lebanon, and Syria, and they want to make that all a greater Israel.
Oh wow!
You know what I mean? You got a house?
Do I have a house?
Like, okay, let's say you lived right next door.
Yeah.
I want an extension of my house. I want it to be that house, that guy's other house, and that house, and say it's all my house.
Don't the government do that when they make freeways?
Yeah, they do. All right, but at least they compensate. They probably compensate and do it without the hate. You know, they're not just targeting a particular person; they're targeting all people. These people are just targeting these people.
So is the issue compensation?
No. No, that's why we have threads and say "fuck Israel." That's our compensation. You know, we can't do anything.
I'll be honest, man. I'm not really too familiar with that whole situation.
No, well, you know what? I mean, I normally I don't really like to get into politics. I mean, I love getting into politics, but I don't like to force it upon anyone. But this is not an issue where anybody in the world should say, you know what, I don't want any part of this, or I don't want it to infect me in my whole life, or whatever. The thing is, how anybody can go on living knowing that close to 700,000 innocent people died, you know, you know.
Black people die every day now.
Exactly right. What's happening in Sudan now?
Nobody's saying nothing about Africa.
But no. We were saying something about South Africa. We were saying something about what's going on in Somalia. Of course. Yeah. Nelson Mandela was 90s, Mandela. No, dude, I'm 46 years old. Shit, I know my shit. Yeah. Right? I know my shit so well. I almost forgot what my age was. I said 47. Right? No. Once upon a time, USA declared Nelson Mandela a terrorist.
Yeah, I remember that.
Okay.
Did you see that interview he had when he went to America?
Well, dude, I've seen many of his interviews.
Like, yeah. I can't do a Mandela.
No, you're not doing Mandela.
Yeah, I can't do a Mandela. Oh, just because your enemy is your enemy doesn't make it our enemy. Or some shit like that.
No, he did. And he also said...
Is that Cuba?
Yeah, but he also said the freedom of South Africans will never be free without the freedom of Palestinians.
He said that?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't really be listening to Mandela.
You know, all right? And wherever there's the oppressed, I'm always on the side of the oppressed. Doesn't matter where they're from. Doesn't matter what nationality or race or religion. It doesn't matter. It's not about underdogs. I am against people getting murdered for no reason. I'm against people getting murdered to benefit another country for property and wealth. You know?
Oh man, that means you'd be like an activist for life, man. Because it's human behavior is always gonna.
Dude, it's like have you ever been to school and you saw some kids picking on weaker kids? Have you ever seen that?
Or bullies? Bullies in school,
it's not just about bullies. It's not just about bullies. You know, some kids can just be cruel. Bullies want to beat you up for no reason, or just to make them feel superior. But have you ever seen kids being teased, or when they make fun of a young girl because she's wearing glasses or what, she looks different or whatever, right? And they're all picking on her, right? Now you got one of two options.
Yeah,
you can join and pick on her and make fun and like, yeah, I want to be part of the cool crowd, or what I think is the cool crowd, or you can stand up and say, "What the fuck are you guys doing?" You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right? Like this is just not. This should not be normalized. And when you're children, this is the perfect time to learn about this kind of stuff. It helps
you know what's interesting about that? I was raised the complete opposite, man. Like in our house, or in my household to be specific, but just in African households in general, we're taught to like, you know, have a thick skin. So you have your parents talk shit to you on a daily basis. So it's like,
but you're shooting the shit.
Yeah, well, I can't say shit back. I get kicked out. You know.
No. But what I'm saying is
you're raised to like take it.
Yeah, no, of course.
Everyone gives you shit. If you mess up, everyone's giving you shit.
No, of course. No. I was raised in a household too. Like if I was to ever get beaten up in school, that never happened by the way. But if I was to get beaten up in school,
I got my ass for once. Yeah.
I lived in the kind of family that when I get home, they say, "Who beat you up?"
Yeah.
All right. And he goes, "Really? And you didn't beat him up? Now I'm gonna beat you up for not beating up that kid."
Oh, that's tough, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Teachers in Africa do that too.
See? Yeah.
Yeah.
You know? He beat you, now I'm going to give you a bigger whooping. Yeah. Go back tomorrow and kick his ass. Or if you don't kick his ass tomorrow, you're going to get another one from me.
Told you, man, violence and humans come hand in hand, bro.
But thing is, this is teaching self-reliance. This is teaching not to be scared of situations.
Yeah.
You know, kids today, they don't ever learn this. Yeah. That doesn't happen in today's generation.
No. There's different times.
And there's no more bullying. There's cyberbullying.
I don't understand cyberbullying.
Some asshole on the computer saying you are a piece of crap or whatever. You know, your mama jokes and whatever on the computer. Yeah, so are you angry with what he's saying or how great his typing skills are? You don't know. All right. But cyberbullying is basically like regular bullying, but through a screen.
Seems like you hurt yourself too, because you choose to look at it. Like, you know, you're going for the comment section, you're going to see what people are saying, you know. It's just log off, man.
Exactly. Just go for a walk. God gave us opposable thumbs. If you don't like something, you don't have to comment on it, just scroll.
Exactly.
Yeah, but people just like to get in and everything. Me, I only stop scrolling when I see things that truly affect me, like death to Arabs or fuck you guys or whatever, things like that. No. And it's not just death to Arabs. If they were saying things like, let the people of Sudan starve to death. Oh, fuck no. You know, or let the people of Ethiopia go through what they're going through. Yeah, it's just you can't fight for one side and refuse to fight for another side.
No way.
Right? Like all America's saying, "Oh, poor Ukraine," but they're not saying poor Palestine.
Mm-mm.
They're going through the exact same. Actually, no, they're not going through the exact same thing. What's going on in Palestine is a lot worse than what's going on in Ukraine. Russia did not do 1% of what Israel has done, but Russia gets banned from the World Cup and Israel doesn't. You know what I mean? This is the double standard that pisses me off. So if you're going to fight for one side that's being oppressed, then you have to fight for all sides that are being oppressed.
It's like, oh, yeah.
It's just that simple.
You're killing people, no World Cup for you.
In the words of oh God, what was his name? But he was black. But I forgot his name. I think maybe if I'm wrong, just type. If I'm not wrong, again type. I think what's his name? Rodney King said this. Can't we just all get along? I thought that was it.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Yeah, something like that. You say the same shit too, man.
Yeah. You know?
He wasn't saying that when he was speeding.
No. Come on, man. We've all sped before. Never got a nice whooping for it.
On tape.
Yeah, on tape. And no, that's right. But dude, we're in Australia. That doesn't happen here. I mean, I'm not saying there's not some sort of police brutality, but it's not like the LAPD.
No, America's on a whole nother level. That's as I grow up, like the older I get, the less I want to go to America. Just purely off, like, you know, seeing the reality of it. You know, when you're a kid, all you see is Hollywood movies.
Yeah.
Oh, man, this is dope.
That's what.
And then you grow up and you realize they shoot niggas out there. That's crazy, bro. Yeah.
No. It's not just for black people. I think this applies to the majority of people.
Yeah.
You know, which is why I made that sketch. The one that I wanted you to originally be in, the game show sketch. You know, with the prizes, with the main prize, the two tickets to the States.
Yeah. And there's a wide.
Yeah, and the contestants are purposely blowing their chances to win because they don't want to win the trip to the States.
Yeah, no one wants to go to the States.
You know what I mean? So that's how that whole thing came about.
Yeah, it's overrated. Man.
You know, and I do think USA is completely overrated. I've never been there. I don't have any interest in going there. I'd rather go. I don't know. I wouldn't say
it's overrated. That's too strong. I would say it's more like it's all the same shit out there, man.
I don't see the appeal. I really don't see the appeal.
I do want to go to certain places, Vegas.
Yeah, Vegas is a given. Vegas is a given. I would definitely want to see Vegas.
Yeah.
If I'm ever going to go to America, it would be Vegas. I'll never want to visit New York. I wouldn't go to LA.
So I'm not going to Ohio.
No. Or Utah, where all the Mormons are.
Texas.
You know. No. Nah, and I got relatives that live there. I'm Lebanese. I got in Texas and in Los Angeles. Lebanese people, we tend to multiply really quickly.
Y'all be everywhere.
We have cousins everywhere.
Yeah, you guys be everywhere. Man.
Yeah,
it's tough.
But
you blend in too, so it's kind of like a
kind of. Yeah. But after the whole 9/11 thing, blacks in America are seen as heroes, and we took over your. Okay, I don't care. I'm gonna say it. We took over your niggerisms. All right, because now we're the sand niggas of the USA, and they want to. How white people saw black people, they see that on us now.
Sand niggas.
All right, we are the sand niggas of the world. All right, and now both whites and blacks are scared of us, except for real black people that live in the ghetto where the Middle Eastern people are running their stores and fixing their car. They know what we are truly about. But
I think it's I know what you're saying, but it's two different things. You know, black people were getting shit, as for slavery or whatever, but they built the country, man.
They did.
Whereas you guys just. It's terrorism, bro. You guys are just destroying shit.
But see, this is where you. But look. I can never ever get enough of these jokes. The whole stereotypical thing.
Yeah.
I will never be able. I even created a sketch called Angry Arab.
Yeah.
All right, I play an angry Arab, obviously. Yeah. All right, now, but if you really want to know the truth behind all of this. A lot of you are not going to believe me, but Arabs aren't the cause of terrorism. 9/11 was orchestrated by Mossad with CIA intelligence. This has been practically proven.
You guys have bad marketing.
Now, tell me this. They managed to find one passport that belonged to an Arab in a domestic flight. In the towers, everything else got burned up, but one passport managed to survive in pristine condition with an Arab face and an Arab name on it. It was a domestic flight. You don't need a freaking passport.
You know what didn't help you guys either? Osama being the face. Like that kind of...
Who was Osama bin Laden trained by?
CIA.
Yeah. CIA has ties to Mossad. He was the patsy. He was the JFK of the 9/11 attacks. He was the Lee Harvey Oswald of the 9/11 attacks. So, Lee Harvey Oswald didn't shoot Kennedy.
Was he conspiring with the US then, or was he like just?
Dude,
did he get played, or did he?
He got played.
So was he against the US, or was he?
Well, I don't. In time, he said. In time, he said what we're doing with the US has to stop.
Oh, okay.
But who beat the Russians when Russians attacked Afghanistan? It wasn't Rambo in Rambo 3.
No,
it was Osama bin fucking Laden.
Yeah, he supplied them with...
He's the reason for that victory.
I would have said the mountains too. Mountains did a lot.
So the thing is, whenever terrorism happens, everyone points at us. All right, let me tell you something about... I'm not a Muslim, but let me tell you something about the common Muslim. They don't care what happens anywhere else in the world. They care where they are. Yeah, and they're the most hospitable people you'll ever meet. All right? And they don't hate anybody in terms of religion.
Yeah, okay.
They never have. Religion has never been a thing. We do not hate... Nobody in our region hates Jewish people. Oh. I'm not a Muslim.
Oh, okay.
But I lived in a Muslim country for 16 years.
Okay.
They don't dislike Muslims. They don't dislike Christians. We have been living in peace for centuries. We dislike Israeli people. We dislike the Zionist ideology, which they take Zionism and mix it with Judaism to make it one thing, which it's not. That's like taking a Christian and taking the beliefs of the KKK and making it the same thing. It is not. Right. You see, that is what Israel has done to Jewish people. And Jewish people all over the world are outraged with what Israel has done that destroyed their image.
Okay.
Zionism, they are an atheist group. They don't believe in God. But they continue to preach to the world, God gave us this land 3,000 years ago. Dude, how can you say that? You're in the Zionist. You don't believe. You only believe in God when it suits you. You don't believe in God when it's. But you don't believe in the Torah. You don't believe in your holy book.
Selective belief.
Selective belief. Now, again, we can talk this. I can do episodes about this, and I have done episodes about this. But I want to take it light and talk more about comedy. Now, so anyway, but political comedy can always do great. That's why Jon Stewart is still on the air.
I don't know. I might try one of these days. Get into a political comedy. But
we do. Let's get political.
I'm trying to milk the crap.
Oh, fucking hell, man! A black and an Arab, we can get political.
Oh, yeah, man.
You know, bloody hell. You know what? I want to create a show one day, call it Black, White, and Arab. All right? Because Arab is the grey area where we can select what's going on in Black, White, and Arab. Yeah. BWA. Yeah, sounds like something. All right, now, you're living in Melbourne now? You're residing there?
Yeah, so I'm back and forth. I'm a bit of both. Adelaide, Melbourne.
Now, what's the comedy scene like in Melbourne that differs from the comedy scene here in Adelaide?
A lot more gigs.
Yeah.
A lot more gigs. A lot more open mics. It's just a bigger scene because it's biggest, state. I don't want to say biggest state as in like
it is
size,
a bigger state. There's more people.
Yeah, more people. Yeah. So it's more diverse. Like, but then again, Adelaide only has like 1, 2, 3 gigs a week to do out here. If
you're lucky, you can do that.
So and it's not really the best comparisons to make.
But no. But what are the comparisons in terms of the crowd vibe? Like
diverse, man.
Are they an easier crowd or a tougher crowd?
A bit of both. Sometimes, like what I found was that sometimes they just want to have a good time. People want to have a good time. People here for a laugh. But then when you get with the edgy jokes, people are too sensitive about it.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Right? What's going on there, man? What the fuck is wrong with you people?
It gets a bit sensitive out there. And I
so Melbourne is sensitive?
It gets a bit sensitive out there, man.
Wow.
But no shade either. I'm not saying that in like, oh, they suck. Well, I think it's just, it's a different culture out there, It's
I haven't been to Melbourne in over 2 decades. And the last time I was there, the Lebanese guys in Melbourne were rude as shit. Making jokes like, yeah, I've been fucking bitches everywhere, man. I'll even fuck your mother. Things like that. Right? They're just saying it naturally.
Hardcore shit.
All right, and I was like, ooh, 20
years
I mean, I just wanted to, and we were on a boat.
Yeah,
we were on a cruise ship. I wanted to knock his ass out of the freaking boat.
Oh, cruise gigs.
Yeah. We were just on a dinner cruise kind of thing. Just taking a cruise for the dinner for a couple of hours.
All right.
And I wanted to just fucking nail this guy, just throw him off the freaking boat. All right, and to go from that to being sensitive, like, what happened there?
Once again, I don't know. I didn't check out every.
No, that's okay.
And the whole sensitive thing is just more like I don't know how to describe it.
Now, getting back to the sensitivity thing, Marlon Wayans has just finished wrapping up the new Scary Movie.
Oh, real?
Yeah.
Already?
Yeah. He finished wrapping it up. I saw a post on Instagram saying that we wrapped up, and he sent a message to everybody, like to all the cast and the crew. Thanks for your hard work and whatever. This is going to be a funny movie. Now, this promises to be the most unhinged, the most offensive, the most outrageous comedy, because he said that we need to give the world this much needed laugh that they have been deprived of for many years.
Yeah, right.
We had been deprived. I made a comment saying, I hope it's the most offensive comedy. We need bring offensive. Look, Justin Timberlake claimed he brought sexy back. We need to bring offensive back.
We need to bring it back.
We need to bring offensive back. Now, I'm not saying being offensive. I'm not saying to be offensive for the sake of being offensive, but bring the jokes back. Bring the offensive jokes back. If they make sense, they make you laugh. It should not be. People should not feel ridiculed or sensitive about it.
Yeah, I thought the goal was just bring back funny,
But the thing,
because the last 3 scary movies have not been.
No, you know why? Do you know why?
Yeah.
Do you know why?
Why is that?
It wasn't made by the Wayans.
Oh yeah,
the first two.
Yeah, the first 2 were
the old Wayans productions.
Yeah.
The last one, there was a kind of deal that went on where rights were sold or rights were bought against
the Weinsteins. They had it.
So and the Wayans weren't on board with that.
Yeah.
Right? So when they took it over, it wasn't as successful as the first 2.
No.
Right? But they brought some of the old cast back on the third one to try to make that appeal keep happening. So they replaced the Wayans brothers with some people like Kevin Hart. And we all know that Kevin Hart can only deliver to a certain amount. He can't deliver as well as the Wayans can.
There's a third one, wasn't it?
The third one where the white guy acts like Eminem. You had the Eminem backstory.
Yeah, that's the one.
And the signs. They're making fun of the movie. And Charlie Sheen was in that one as well.
Sheen's in it. Anthony Anderson.
He's the one that played with the dreadlocks. He played, he played Mekhi Phifer's character.
Inside,
exactly right. That was okay. That was okay. But after that, it really started to. Yeah, exactly. So this one promises to be as good as the first two.
Okay.
And I really hope it is. And we need this kind of, what we need is we need to get out of this funk that we're in. Like, what can we say? What can't we say? Well, I mean, like, this is really funny, but these people are saying that you shouldn't say things like this anymore. Or when you see a TV show from 20 years ago that was so funny and people say, oh, you can't make jokes like that anymore. Yes, you can. Why can't we?
Yeah.
Why aren't we allowed to? Right? I don't think the problem is with the comedian. The problem is with the direction that the crowd is going to. I mean, it's just
no one wants to be made fun of anymore.
That's bullshit. People like to be. One of the greatest things that ever happened in comedy was a roast battle.
I love roast battles.
Don't you love roast battles where you make fun of each other? Yeah. Now, one of the most offensive jokes I've heard in a roast battle. Yeah. It's offensive, but it's all equally as funny.
Oh, let's hear it.
All right. There were two dudes, one white dude, one black dude, battling it out, and the black dude says to the white guy, I'm just going to make up a name. Tim here loves One Tree Hill. Mm-hmm. Not the show, but the place where his parents used to hang black people.
Oh, that's tough.
You know what I mean? That got so many laughs.
Yeah, that's tough.
I actually, come to think of it, it wasn't a black and a white dude. It was one white guy versus another white guy.
Okay.
Right? And this was...
These are two white guys going off saying black jokes.
Yeah. But the thing is, you know what I mean? He's just saying how racist he is. Or how racist his ancestors were.
Yeah.
All right? Yeah. And even black people in the audience were busting a gut. They were laughing at it.
Look, funny is funny, man.
It's funny.
Funny is funny, man.
Funny is funny. Exactly right. Yeah. Like when I did my blind guy bit, that was a true story where one woman got offended from my blind guy bit. I don't know if did we meet at the Wakanda the first time? You and I did a show with Biddy at the Wakanda.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, that was like close to a year ago. But when
a lot of these shows to me start to get scrambled up a little bit. But I think was that the Australia Day show?
The Australia Day, thank you.
That the one?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
That's right. And I think
that was dark. I just remember it being dark.
It was very dark, and I wanted to brighten up the place, but Biddy wanted it dark. And I was like, honey, I mean, I know you like the mood, but you're killing my lens here.
You need a spotlight at least on the stage.
Yeah, I need to film you properly. I need the lights to be better.
Oh yeah, for the filming too. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And the thing is, like, Biddy is a sweetheart, but she doesn't like to have things. She liked it filmed, but I don't think she posted any of the stuff that I gave her. Oh, she posted like little snippets, but I filmed the entire show. Yeah. And
the one that you filmed for Kelly came out pretty good.
Yeah, the one that was the time I did my blind person's joke.
Yeah,
and it wasn't even that bad of a joke for anybody to get offended by. I mean, the majority of the crowd laughed.
Yeah,
and I get this one sensitive person, and I was like, honey, chill.
Yeah,
really, really chill. I mean, like, unless you're blind yourself or you have family members that are blind and you're protecting their interest or their whatever, I would still say chill. Like, I would never, ever get offended if somebody made fun of a white person and they called him a honky or whatever. I'm not gonna say, hey,
are you white?
Am I white?
Yeah.
I'm light, not white. They're the difference. I am not considered Caucasian.
No, I thought you were the sand people, man.
We're sand niggas. We're brown. We're olive skin, man. This is olive. This is not white. This is white. This is albino white. But this is white. Right? Like, I'm talking about Caucasian. Ali Dent is white. Scotty the Body is white. You put me next to them. Am I as light as these people?
No.
All right.
You look Egyptian, bro.
Oh, because I'm non-white.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, getting back to if somebody made fun of a white guy, they called him a honky or whatever. I'm not gonna say, hey, I'm offended that you would call him that.
Yeah.
Like, they get offended on on our behalf, and I don't like that. Unless you lived my life and walked my shoes, don't say you're offended for me. Say I empathize with you. Say I feel for you. All right? But don't say that you're offended for me, because you have not been. I can't be offended for you any more than you can be offended for me. All right? That's like saying I'm offended that you got beat up by the police. Why? You didn't get beat up by the police. I got beat up by the police. What are you offended about? I got the scars. Where are your scars?
Yeah.
Shut up.
I think that's what Melbourne is. It's that being offended for somebody else.
Yes, like, that's my biggest pet peeve.
Melbourne is known as like the protest city now in Australia. So like people tend to, want to fight other people's causes. And, like if I go on stage and make a black joke, a lot of people in the crowd would be like, oh, don't say that about yourself. I'm like, it's cracking jokes, man. It's not that serious. I like to make fun of myself, to be honest. I think it's part of my comedy. So I like to make fun of anything.
I make fun of anything and everyone and everything that I can. But again, I'm not there to offend people for the sake of offending. No. And I'm not trying to get a shock laugh. Yeah, no. But I do take realistic situations, put them in a ridiculous scenario, and something funny will come out of it every single time. Yeah. And it's supposed to be funny. It's like you said, funny is funny. And not all comedy is offensive. And
sometimes too, I think like my issue with it is not people getting offended. I think I encourage dialogue. Because not every joke's going to land. You can try a joke that's offensive. And if it doesn't land, I think you should be open like to criticism. Like someone should be able to tell you why it wasn't funny. Yeah. If everyone's laughing there and you're offended, you might have to let that slide. Yeah. But no one laughs. I think you should be able to walk up to a comedian and explain why it wasn't funny and kind of, engage in that dialogue. Especially if it's like something that affects you directly. Like if someone's talking about death and you've just lost somebody. That's a personal thing. But you can't get mad about.
The odds of that happening are very slim. And if they did happen, then that's just a big coincidence.
Yeah, exactly. But sometimes people take it too personal, like, oh, you're talking to me. It's
okay,
like, then this person's making a joke, and if you want to give a comic, like, constructive criticism,
those people have no right being in an audience when it comes to comedy. It's that simple. It's that simple.
Sales, man.
It's not. Look, the only time any audience member can be offended by anything is if they went to go see Michael Jackson, for example, and they got heavy metal instead. I'm pissed off. I don't want to hear this shit. Yeah, I came to hear that shit. I don't want to hear this shit. You know what I mean? That's the only time you should be offended. Or you're going to a lecture discussing, I don't know, human chromosomes, and then you get an offensive comedian that does something different. That's not about the lecture at all. Yeah, you can get offended. Hey, I didn't come for this. Yeah. Right? Then you don't belong there. If you're gonna if you're only going to an audience, if you're only gonna be an audience member for that sole reason to heckle and to be offended, you should not be there. You would be a perfect candidate to be on a roast battle. Yeah. Because you got a lot to say. Say it on stage for 3 minutes.
Gotta love a roast battle.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Those people, we need to round them up like cattle. All right? Create a line. The one that get offended, you're the offended line. Come here. Come here. Come here. You're gonna roast battle, and get you out of your shell. Because I believe the people that get offended are just like eggs. They like to stay in their shell. People don't realize that an egg is much better once you break that fucking shell.
Exactly right.
You know?
You gotta crack the... That's why I like Adelaide. I like the Adelaide comedy scene. I haven't had too many incidents where people are offended. I haven't seen too many.
I haven't had much here.
Nah, Adelaide's pretty chilled, man. I think it's pretty loose out here, man. So anything kind of goes to an extent.
Well, yeah, I mean, it has to, because we don't have much. I mean, how many places are open here 24 hours? Less than 5 places I can think of that are open 24 hours.
OTR.
Huh?
OTR.
Oh, yeah, well, that's they have to be. You know why? Because people are still trying to get the fuck out of Adelaide. They need to stop and fill up and get out. Because sometimes they feel like at 3 a.m, I need to get the fuck out of here. Yeah, so they fill up and go. Yeah. And most people go to bed by 9 in Adelaide. Yeah. Right? It's a city where old people come to retire. So yeah, they need to be chill because there's so little going on. Yeah. They don't have. They can't afford to ruin a good thing.
Yeah. It's Adelaide. I think after being in Melbourne for a while, I've kind of started to appreciate the little things that Adelaide has to offer. Simplicity. That getting from A to B on time, except for today.
That's okay. Black people time still time, but still time. Now, I didn't even ask you some of these preliminary questions that I normally ask, like how did you get into comedy and all that kind of stuff.
But, you can ask me.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell me because I conducted some new questions that I haven't asked anybody yet.
Okay,
you'll be the first. Yeah, but while we're at it,
yep.
How old are you?
31.
See, I can ask that to a dude and give me an answer. Now, and you've been to comedy for how long?
How long I've been in comedy?
Yeah,
since last year, so 2024.
So you're a newbie.
Yeah. 22nd January 2024 is when I started.
Were you an audience member at the Wakanda show that was hosted by Kelly? Because I think I met you there.
When was this?
This was just over a year ago. I would say. Paul the Black was there.
That's what I featured, man.
Is that what you featured? You performed?
That's what I performed, yeah.
Okay, so I got footage of that. I must have given it to you.
It's on YouTube as well.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So that's where I first saw you, but we didn't properly meet.
No, Kelly introduced me to you that day. Said you were filming. That was my first and only feature.
Wow.
Yeah. So
that's a good way to start.
Yeah.
Like open mics are great when you want to test new material. Yeah. And with open mics, you're generally getting the crowd that's there are generally more on the comedian side crowd than an open crowd that are not familiar with comedy.
Yeah.
Or don't know the comedy scene.
Yeah.
So having a crowd full of comedians, that's the worst crowd to have because they're all criticizing you. They're all they're not there. They'll probably laugh if you say something really funny, but they're there more to observe than they are to enjoy the show.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you've ever been to Duke. Duke used to be like that.
Yeah.
Duke Hotel in the city. Jess Mackenzie used to run there. I think with Rob Farley at the start. And that used to be like, sometimes you get like some audience members, people walking by, coming through. But then it used to be mostly comedians. So, and I liked it. I think it was kind of like a little community.
No, I like the community, but we need the crowd ratio to be less comedians in the crowd, in the audience.
Well, you'll find a lot of that in Melbourne too.
Yeah.
A lot of open mics will be just comedians, man.
Yeah. I guess but then again, it's like a double-edged sword. It will probably also work in your favor.
Yeah.
Because if you can make all these comedians laugh, then you're going to kill with a regular crowd.
Exactly right. You get to sharpen the knife.
Yeah. But right now I kind of stopped with the whole open mic thing. I'd rather just be part of a lineup.
Yeah. I prefer open mics.
I would too.
Lineups too.
I would too if I know that I'm guaranteed a spot when I get there.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to get there and then they say, we need to bump a couple of you off, and then at the end you just find out you're the only one that got bumped off, or you get bumped off with a couple of other people.
Everyone seems to have a problem with that. I love it, man. Sometimes I put my name down. I'm like, please don't pick me, man.
No. If I'm just going there to support, I'm there to support. I won't even put my name down. I'm there to support.
Yeah, 100%.
But if I'm going there because I got this, I really want to test this out. I've been working on this for weeks. I want to know how it kills, and I get the opportunity to get there, and then I get cut off. I get really angry.
I think we need
frustrated.
We need two spots in Adelaide. Mic spots. If you miss one, you can go to the other.
Exactly. I mean, we need that backup because some of us work really hard, or when we get inspired by something, that we create something. Oh, this is the funniest shit I've ever written. I'm sure people are gonna laugh, and you practice it, and you're there, and you don't get the chance to deliver.
Even if you deliver it, you don't know when you'll be able to work on it again.
Yeah.
So they kind of it runs out of energy by the
exactly
time.
Right. Like I lost interest now. I kind of lost interest.
Yeah.
I got all hyped up, and I got shaken down, and I'm like, fuck it. I can do this in a lineup. If I'm part of whatever, and it's a risk, but it's a risk I'm willing to take.
It's small C out here, man.
So you did well at the Christie's.
I appreciate it. That was fun too, man.
That was a good set.
That was dope, man.
That was a good set. I'm performing at Christie's on the 5th of December. So hope to see you guys there. Now, here's a question I want to ask you. If you were stranded in a deserted island or deserted by yourself till you're dead, you can only take with you one comedy album special, one comedy movie, and one music album. Now, when I want to be a little bit generous, not an album, but one artist and their entire discography.
Oh, okay, that's pretty interesting. So one comedy stand-up,
one comedy special,
one special, one movie,
and one musical album.
Oh, that's tough. For the movie, it has to be anything Eddie Murphy, I reckon. I would say Yeah, Come to America is cool, but I'm African, so like sometimes I like it. Sometimes
you're not from Zamunda?
No, I'm not from Zamunda. From Wakanda, bro. One movie, I would say. No, start up with stand-up. Stand-up, I would say. I don't want to say Raw, Delirious. It's too. What's the Richard Pryor one? Live in Chicago.
Yeah, Live on the Sunset Strip.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah,
just because
that is a good one.
Yeah, just because it's one of the originals. You know what I mean? So you got the seed, you can plant whatever. So
cool. My favorite album of Richard Pryor is it's not filmed. It was just recorded. It wasn't videotaped.
Like an audio.
Yeah, but it's definitely my favorite I've ever heard in my life, and it's called That Nigga's Crazy.
That Nigga's Crazy good.
No,
that was pretty good too.
I wish there was video footage of that show. I would love to have seen him. But continue.
But yeah,
Live on the Sunset.
Live on the Sunset. Richard Pryor, just anything Richard Pryor.
Richard Pryor's golden.
I think anything Richard Pryor, I would be cool with it. Just you hear something new every time you listen to it. Movie wise, I would say, what's a funny ass movie, dog? Actually, no, I'll just say Friday, man. You know how many times I've seen Friday 20 times?
Yeah.
By Ice Cube and Chris Tucker.
Yeah.
So I'll say Friday. And one catalog, Outkast.
Outcast. Oh, wow. Yeah. That's a good answer.
Yeah.
All right, sweet. Now, Mo, if you can do your comedy for any audience in history, which time period would you choose? Like,
say that question again. So,
if you can do your comedy for any audience in the history of time, which time period in history would you choose to want to do your stand-up?
Ooh. I would probably say whatever time before niggas was sent to America, so like 1700, 1600.
I was thinking, is he going to say slavery time?
Just before slavery. I'm like, y'all don't even know what's about to happen.
I thought you were gonna choose like during slavery on the Amistad boat on the way to America, and you're cracking jokes on the boat on the way there.
They'll put me down there with them, man. Nah, I'm talking like just before slavery.
So we're talking like 1600s, I guess.
Yeah, 1600s or whatever. The first ships that came to West Africa. So.
Wow, what kind of jokes would you tell about there? You'd be making fun of each other's villages.
Well, I'm sure. Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Do you notice how the East villagers walk like this and the South villagers walk like that? I don't know. They break coconuts with their hands. We do it with our elbows.
I like to assume the times were good before slavery. So I'm sure everyone would have just been like vibing and shit. You know what I mean? So
can we just all get along?
Yeah, everyone was getting along, and some white people came with ships, and it just went downhill, man. All in West Africa. So maybe around that time.
Yeah.
Man. I'm not really. Yeah. This
is how you say how white people fucked up without using the words how white people fucked up.
Yeah, man. Hey, shit.
No.
Slavery's all over.
No, that's good. That's a good time period. Both Kent and Tom, they chose the caveman period.
Kent told me that.
Yeah.
On, yesterday. Yeah.
What I have several times, but one of the times that I'll probably want to do it would be right after Hitler gave his speech in Munich. Just imagine trying to make a crowd laugh after that inspirational hate speech.
Oh yeah, that's tough.
I mean, like if I was to mimic the Führer, I'll be 6 feet under probably at that time, or maybe he would have laughed. I don't know. But,
actually, then I changed my answer. Then I want to perform at the Last Supper.
At the Last Supper. Now, ho!
I want to perform.
But not knowing what's about to happen.
Yeah, I want to do the crowd.
Yeah. At the end of your set, you say, "Jesus, I hope you live to your 100, son."
Judas,
Judas, you be my best man.
Yeah, man, I want to perform the Last Supper, man. That shit would have been dope, man. Free wine.
Yeah, and we're Magdalene that.
Good time,
see, this is one of the situations where I wish I had come up with that.
You can have it.
No, I'm not gonna have it. I'm not gonna, dude. You've been people have stolen from you enough. I'm not gonna contribute to that shit. All right. Like I said, I support the oppressed. I'm not the oppressor. All right. But I'll take credit for it.
Yeah, man, take all that credit.
Okay. Oh. Finish the following sentence here, Mo.
I'll try.
Comedy is...
humor. I don't know, man. I wasn't good at grammar.
It's all right. It's just
comedy is humor.
Okay. Now, let's get... I want to get deep. You want to get deep? I want to get deep. I'm going to ask you some existential questions here.
I don't know what that means, but go ahead.
Okay, like something that's both a thinker, something that makes you think, mixed in with some emotion.
Okay.
Like here's an existential question for you. Do you think that comedy is a way of avoiding the big question, or is it in a way answering the big question?
I'd say probably breaking it down, so answering.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't think it's avoiding. I think it's supposed to go right into the root of the issue.
Because I truly believe comedians have a unique mind and their perspective of things completely differ to other artists' perspective of things. Like
unique is one way. Yeah, you have to. It's not like making music where you can just write lyrics and be like, oh, that shit rhymes.
Yeah,
like you really had to
the melody,
why something is funny, and how to play on it, and there's like, an extent of like
I've read lyrics to songs, but because I know what the song sounds like, I can really get down to the lyrics. But if I was to read lyrics to a song that I never heard before, and I'm reading the lyrics, and goes, man, these lyrics are freaking lame.
Exactly right. Yeah.
And then you hear the hook and the beat and the melody. It's like, holy shit, where did this come from?
It comes together.
You know?
Comedy's more raw.
Yeah, totally.
Raw competition.
Okay, so when you're on stage, would you say you're more Mo or less Mo?
I'm a Mo. Less Mo. Oh, I'm just trying to be funny though.
So you're Mo?
Nah, I don't even. Nah. I'm a quiet man. I'm really to myself. You know, on stage it's just a performance. It's an act. It's like,
okay. Yeah. So are you less you though? Do you feel like you're more you when you're on stage, or do you feel like you are a third person? A third person talking about you.
A third person. Whatever the joke needs me to do on stage is what
there you go. You know? See, this is the existential part I'm talking about, man. Makes you think.
Whatever you gotta do on stage, let them laugh. You know, no, I mean not whatever.
Yeah,
it's a bit stretched. You know, but.
And when you're on stage, is it about connecting with people or is it about escaping from them?
Oh, fuck the people. It's just about making them laugh, man. It's like, connecting with them? Nah. I mean, connecting to the extent that you kind of feel in the vibe of the room. Mm-hmm. You know, you ever had a joke that didn't work and you kind of just feel the vibe change and you go,
at Australia Day.
Change the topic.
At the Australia Day show.
Exactly.
But that Australia Day show, something was wrong with the crowd.
Oh man!
No. Like the
comedians love saying that. You
know? No. Because it didn't happen to just one of us; it happened to all of us.
Yeah, right.
All right, and one particular person was in charge of bringing the crowd, and it wasn't Biddy, and I'm not going to say the name, but I think you know who. And I think he got like mentally disabled crowd that were there. I mean, there were a few that were on point. You know, there were people that were okay, but there were some people that were there that they weren't really there.
No. I remember that. There was one dude that came with a carrot, and I remember I don't know what I said. I remember this, man, because it was like I felt bad afterwards, but I think it was like his birthday, and I was like, "Oh man, you were born on Invasion Day," and he just went, "Oh," and I was like, "Oh shit, my bad, dog," because I was trying to be funny, man.
No, it's fun. But the thing is, right, like that was a tough crowd because the crowd was really, really, really tough. I mean, my biggest joke would always work, and it worked even with that crowd. But the other jokes that were leading to it, I almost got nothing.
I lost a fan, man. Another dude there too. At the start, he was like, "Yeah, I saw your dick. I love you, man. You're dope." And then at the end of the show, he wouldn't even look me in the eye, man.
Because of the crowd.
Yeah, I was doing a bunch of Invasion Day stuff, and it was just like, no, don't do that.
Yeah, but I don't think that was it. It's like they weren't with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They weren't there. I mean, what we did kills everywhere.
Yeah.
It's like if we went to an old folks' home and half them are hard of hearing, and we did our bit and they didn't laugh. It's not our fault. Yeah. You know, it's the crowd that we got.
Yeah, sometimes, it gets tough when you have an audience that's not there for the comedy. It gets...
I think
defeats the point.
I just felt that particular crowd were selected randomly. Hey, I'll give you money if you just walk in here. Right? It's like they weren't there on their own accord.
Yeah.
That's how I felt.
Be like that sometimes.
You know, and me no like it when that happens.
Yeah, see, that's an observation that I don't. I'm too in my head before and after the show to pick up on that.
Yeah.
Crowd, yeah.
No, like I was once asked to do comedy at this bar that's normally a karaoke bar.
Okay.
And they wanted some entertainment before the karaoke.
Yep.
I said, okay, no problem, I'll do it. And when I got there, he didn't tell me that he informed the crowd that there was going to be comedy. And I said, I'm out. He goes, what do you mean? I'm out.
It's a setup.
All right? And he goes, what do you mean? They're not here expecting comedy. Yeah. So who am I performing for? All right? Don't put me in that spot, please. No. I'll tell them now that you're going to do some comedy. It's not going to work. And I got on stage. Some of the stuff worked. But all these Asians that were there, they were like, put down the mic, motherfucker, I want to sing. You know? All right? That's the look they were giving me. Like, I'm not here to hear some guy talk and make jokes. I want to get up there and sing If All of You Loves All of Me or whatever. You know? They want to sing John Legend songs. All right?
I was thinking of who that was. Yeah.
And I looked at the guy that hired me and said, I could kill you, motherfucker. You know, don't ever do that to me again. I'll perform for you, but make an advertisement. Let people come know what's going on.
That is tough. Before we had a karaoke. I performed at a kebab shop in Melbourne. That was interesting.
Okay, but do they know that there was going to be comedy?
They were just walking right past. People were just like walking by and they're like, oh, free comedy. While I'm getting a kebab, let me go.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, that was pretty
the thing is, they went on their own accord. They read something and they walked in.
Yeah.
These people had no idea what the fuck was about to come.
It's like you took their time away from them.
Exactly. I stole away their moments to shine for 3 minutes on stage singing Britney Spears songs. You know,
that's crazy.
You know what's crazy is when you see an overweight Filipino singing "Hit Me, Baby, One More Time." If that's not comedy, I don't know what is.
Yeah.
Have you ever written something that was so controversial that it made you think twice about performing it on stage?
Have I ever written? So controversial?
Yeah.
Not really. Not really, man. I'm not too controversial with my jokes.
Okay.
Or even my thought process. I don't think I know how to be controversial.
Now, how do you come up with material, though? Like, when you come up with your set, if you got 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 7 minutes, do you write everything down or do you dot points?
Oh, well, I'm glad you asked that. None of my sets are actually a set. These are just jokes that I've just jumbled together. And I do that every time I go on stage. Like,
so are you very random on stage or
so it's like, so I remember all my bits, well, not all my bits, but I remember as many bits as I can. And then before I get on stage, I just try to let me do this bit first and then this bit. And then I kind of find a flow that works, if I'm talking about my dad here, then let me talk about, something Africa here and then try and bring it to Salisbury here. So it's kind of like categorized like that.
Okay. So it all leads to another part.
It all leads to a part.
Yeah.
So I try to keep the flow, but I don't write sets, I write bits.
Okay.
I kind of try to remember those bits.
And so you can have enough for a set.
Yeah, so I can have enough for a set, And then, hey, man, I'm still working it out. It's only been a year, so still trying to figure out but there's no right way to do this stuff, man.
Well, I wouldn't say
everyone's different techniques.
I don't think there's a right way or wrong way in terms of the writing process.
Yeah.
But I do believe that there is a right way of preparing for a show.
I'm sure there is.
Everyone had their own style, but once they call out your name, you're switched on. You have to. It's like you have to train yourself to be switched on at that moment when they call you and you're entering the stage and the crowd is clapping for you. You have to make sure you have to prepare yourself to be ready on that point.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I think there is some kind of process for that. It's all psychological, obviously. Mentally.
Yeah. I find if I'm doing a 5-minute set, I prepare 4 minutes, like 4 minutes and a half. Just kind of give wiggle room.
Good.
Yeah,
so I do the
5 for 5. You end up doing 6 and a half.
Yeah, I do the opposite. I tried to cram 7 minutes in 5. And then that didn't work. No. And then even when I did 5 minutes, I said, "Shit, I got to cut this down because sometimes you got to leave a pause, a break in between."
Or if somebody says something that might take 10, 15 seconds of your time, if that happens 4 times in a set, you've lost.
Oh, you're screwed.
Yeah, so I'm still trying to timing's my thing. Sometimes it's like too short, sometimes it's just over. But when I get on, I try to remember that set.
My timing that I'm used to all the time is 7 7 minutes.
Yeah.
Like I can finish in 5, but I want up to 7 just in case, you know? Because like even when you've memorized your bit word for word, when you get on stage, something just can pop up that can relate to it. And you can add to it right then and there that you haven't written down that you know is going to work. Or if a crowd said something, then you can use that as a reference for one of your other jokes.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And that can
it's
really...
good when the crowd engages in the right way. You know?
Exactly.
Like, it's all right.
Yeah. And I like when that happens. Which historical figure do you believe would have made a great comedian?
Historical figure that would have made. Wow.
There's a lot to choose
Noah's Ark.
Noah?
No, Noah's Ark. It's like there's no water, there's no flood coming. I don't know. It's a historical figure. I can only think of terrible people for some reason. Genghis Khan.
I think he'd be hysterical.
Yeah.
You know? I pissed off a lot of nerves today. I hit on people's nerves today.
Conquerors and people who have destroyed.
If you can't find a way to laugh after massacring a lot of people, then you don't deserve to live. And I think Genghis Khan probably would have had...
Who do you think would be funny?
Oh, definitely JFK. Because he'll blow you away. All right, but no. But I'm just saying the way I saw him handle the press, he was a comedian behind that podium. And if he diverted into comedy, I think he would have killed instead of getting killed. You know, definitely. But there are so many. There are so many.
But I reckon he would have bombed. No.
I got it, but it's been done to death that I think we're out of detonators on that one. Yeah, you know, it just doesn't have the same effect anymore. Because I used that joke as well. You know, like let me start with a knock knock joke. Knock knock, and then they say, "Who's there?" Get the fuck out of here! I don't do knock knock jokes. And because in Lebanon, knock knock jokes don't fly; they just tend to bomb. So that's how I got that, and that was just my icebreaker. Yeah. But I stopped doing those jokes because. But the thing is, white people can't get enough of them.
That got real, man.
White people can't get enough of them. They like jokes about bombing as much as they like mayonnaise on their sandwiches. The
fact that you even say white people means you're not white.
There you go. If anything, I'm light.
You're light skin.
I ain't white. I'm light. Because when I'm filling up a job application and they're giving all these ethnicities, there's Caucasian. Mm-hmm. Caucasian is king white. Okay, that's White King, the mountain from Caucasus. Slavic from Iceland. And then you got Middle Eastern, then you got Aboriginal, then you got European, then you got black. You know what I mean?
Which is crazy.
All right.
It's black as a...
You know, but you know,
get African.
Yeah, but do you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Now I can't tick Caucasian now, can I? Because when I tick Caucasian and they see the name Majid and Dairy, that doesn't sound very Caucasian.
Oh yeah.
You know, Matthew Miller, that's a Caucasian name.
I think the African box should get changed to the original people.
But do you know how much that will piss off the white society?
That's exactly what.
Do you know how much it'll piss off the chosen people of Israel? That's only been existed for 78 years?
No one that gets sunburned can claim to be original. You know, the sun's been here since day one. You know, I have a good time out there.
You know what the sun does to olive skin? Just makes it brighter olive. It's like you know how the flowers bloom when the sun hits them.
Yeah.
All right. We bloom. We don't get burnt. We bloom.
That's crazy.
You know. And black people glisten.
Oh, we shine at that.
You shine.
Man.
All right. You glisten. We bloom. They burn and go red. And you know what? Red should be the new color during the summertime. Red, white.
Red, white.
Yeah. They like red wine, white wine. They also have that in their skin if they get burnt in the sun. Anyway, enough with that whole gender situation. Yeah, I ain't white. No matter how many times you try to say that I am, because if I was white, I wouldn't be doing this podcast. I'll be sitting in an office job. There we go.
I got real again.
Yeah. Okay. If you were to create a Mount Rushmore of comedians, thank you, Ken, for giving me that idea. Who would you select as your top 4 comedians?
Top 4. Mine. You might not know all these comics.
Try me.
Is it like of all time?
Of all time, dead or alive.
Of all time, I gotta put Dave. That's my dude.
Dave Chappelle?
Dave Chappelle's good.
Yeah.
I gotta put. Oh, I can't put Sinbad in there. I'm gonna put Pryor just because Pryor and Dave are my top two. They're never gonna change. I'm not putting Eddie. I would say, I wouldn't put Eddie Murphy in there. I would say.
You're scaring me here. You're saying the first two that I said.
Yeah.
At Kent, I said Pryor and Chappelle.
The last two you kind of just change.
It's hard
based on whatever is going on in my life at the time. But I'll say Sinbad. He was one of the first comics that I saw starting off his clean comedy.
I like Sinbad.
Yeah, he had a good 90s. Rushmore is crazy. And I'll put Bernie Mac.
There you go. See, I couldn't decide between Bernie Mac, Cat Williams, or Eddie Griffin.
Yeah.
You know, I had trouble with deciding from those three. But then again, you know, it's hard. It's hard. But
Bernie gets me because he doesn't change who he is. Like the fact that he stays true to himself and what he wants to talk about and gets around.
And he's funny in movies.
He's funny, man.
He's so great in movies.
He's a funny person.
Yeah.
But you can also like take him seriously.
Yeah, of course.
I like people who you could separate from that. You know?
Like the movie House Party 3 was a freaking monstrosity of a crap film. But the scene that Bernie Mac is in, he saved
Even
that film.
Friday when he plays it.
Yeah. He saved that film. Have you ever seen House Party?
I've seen House Party.
Yeah, the first one was great. Second one, third one was atrocious. But
that one was different characters.
Yeah, it was just crap. It was crap. Yeah. It was altogether crap. But Bernie Mac had a small scene, and that just lifted it. That just saved the whole film. I would rent that if there was such a thing in the video store. Like I would rent that again just to see Bernie Mac in that.
Him in Life as well with Martin Lawrence and everything. That was
again. He had small role. Small. But the thing is, Bernie Mac never really had major roles.
Nah, he never had.
All of them supporting characters.
Oh, what about Ocean 12?
Yeah, it's supporting.
He was one of
supporting, but he doesn't have enough. He doesn't have the same amount of screen time as Clooney had or as Pitt had. I'm talking about being the main guy.
He started late and died early.
Yeah.
So that kind of like took away of his.
And he died young. He died at 50.
50, bro.
You know, he died.
And he started really popping off in mid 30s.
Yeah, I mean that's crazy. I remember seeing. I think the first thing I ever saw him on was in Def Comedy Jam. Where I ain't scared you motherfuckers. Yeah. You don't understand. You don't understand. And what he was wearing, the outfit, those pants, so 90s, so original. I miss that freaking style of clothes, man. Yeah. We were graffiti. Out there. You know, graffiti. You know, I think the 90s was when the world started getting their innocence back before they lost it again.
I don't know. I like 2000s, man.
They lost it again. You know, I think when Bush came and things started going bad, when he bankrupted the whole world, that we couldn't afford that cool stuff anymore. Yeah. Anyhow, man. No, we talked about that. We talked about that. And then we talked about that. I think we talked about everything that we wanted to talk about. Now we're going to get to the end of our podcast, where I'm going to ask you a series of 10 questions.
Oh, let's do it, man.
Okay. Have you heard of a man named James Lipton?
No.
He was an American writer/actor who had a fantastic show called Inside the Actor's Studio. And he concocted this questionnaire that he was inspired by another journalist, French journalist, named Bernard Pivot. Now, here are a list of 10 questions. Just answer them. You don't have to ramble. These are like quick answers.
Rapid fire.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
What is your favorite word?
Nigger.
My man. What is your least favorite word?
Hate.
What turns you on? Just to make it clear, it's not a sexual question. I don't expect a sexual answer, so not big titties and an ass or anything like that.
A full fridge, man, you know.
Oh, nice.
To open a fridge.
Oh, dude, you're preaching to the choir.
You're a piece, man.
Yeah. What turns you off?
Just bad energy, man. Just overall bad energy.
Yeah. What is your favorite curse word?
It's not a word, it's more of a phrase. You son of a bitch. I love when people say shit like that.
That's fine.
Yeah.
What sound or noise do you love?
Love? Baby's laughing, man. I think that's always brings. Yeah.
What sound or noise do you hate?
Oh, baby's crying, man. Shit pisses me off.
Yeah. Especially when you're on the plane, right? You know. What profession other than your own would you like to attempt?
What profession other than my own I would like to attempt? I don't know, man. I'd like to be a CEO one day. Yeah. It's a good profession, isn't it? Get to pick your own rates.
The HNIC?
Yes. HNIC. Yeah.
If you guys know what that is, type it on the comment.
Yeah, if you know, you know.
What profession would you not like to do?
Working in a graveyard, whatever that is.
Okay. And finally, Mou Deng. Damn, that's a cool name. If heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates?
You're not due for another 10 years.
We made a mistake. That's awesome. I like that. Hey, you weren't supposed to be here. This is the one time you actually did something you're early for.
Yeah,
oh, exactly. Wow. Oh, that's a good one. You know what? That you just beat Wee Stu's answer.
What do you say?
Wee Stu's episode premieres in exactly 25 minutes from now, 3:30. And his answer was, what are you drinking? And I thought that was amazing. That's amazing. And then you said, hey, you're supposed to be here. That's just like that trumps it.
Oh, welcome. We're waiting for you.
That trumps any answer I've heard so far asking that question. Even I don't think James Lipton ever got an answer like that. And he interviewed Dave Chappelle. And he didn't get an answer like that.
Oh, yeah. Inside the Actor Studio?
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about?
Yes. I know a lot of white people, just not by name.
Yeah, and Dave, in turn, interviewed James Lipton in the same manner that James Lipton interviewed.
Yes, the only one to do that.
Yeah, he's the only one to do it because it's Dave. I think you and I both have very strong feelings about Dave because I truly believe that Dave Chappelle is the only one that can hold the torch after Richard Pryor.
Okay.
I think he is the only comedian today that picked up where Pryor left off. People like Eddie Murphy and Chris Rock, I see them as an extension of Richard Pryor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. They evolved from him.
Yeah.
But they were never as good as him.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. Chappelle is just as good as Pryor.
Chappelle is stand-up comedy.
I think, despite the fact they were still breathing and living in the same generation, I feel that if I feel like his body, Pryor's energy, was like reincarnated into Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, 100%.
You know,
and a lot of people are even like extensions of Eddie Murphy as well. So
yeah, there are. Chris Rock is an extension of Murphy. Because he didn't discover, but he helped bring Rock
even like,
into life.
Maybe Kevin Hart, like he always speaks about beating Eddie Murphy's record.
Dude, okay. I want to make this perfectly clear. I'm so glad that you brought this up. Kevin Hart broke nothing. He broke no record. Let me explain something to you. Today, we have up to over 8 billion people on this planet.
Last time I counted, yeah.
In 1987, when Eddie Murphy did Raw, there were 3.5 to close to 4 billion people on the planet.
Checks out.
Okay? Now, the amount of people that attended Eddie Murphy's Raw, which was, I don't know exactly, but let's say the vicinity of, say, 50 to 60,000 people, that would be like over 500,000 people today.
I see what you're doing, yep. Yeah, the math's not math. Yeah.
Unless Kevin Hart generated close to 1 million people to attend his concert, he broke dick.
Yeah.
He broke nothing. That's like saying Katy Perry drew a bigger crowd than Michael Jackson in 1983. Well, that's because there were more people there now.
Exactly right.
Shut the fuck up. You broke nothing.
Yeah. And
ticket prices are more expensive.
More access to people now to like social media and all these avenues, whereas like back then you see him on TV and then you have to go watch it.
Yeah. And Michael Jackson dead is like number 1 on Spotify or something. The man is dead is making more money than most artists today.
Yeah, it's tough, man. I think what Eddie Murphy did is a pinnacle of what could be done. So whatever Kevin Hart did.
Yeah, nothing. You cannot compare. Kevin Hart, I find him more funnier in films. As a stand-up, I think the Black Dane Cook. The Black Jerry Seinfeld.
I'll say this about Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart, every comedian goes through a phase where the early stage of their career, when they're hungry, that's when they're the best. Chris Tucker.
Yeah.
I say the same thing about Kevin. Even Chris Rock. I like Chris Rock early days. And this is why Dave Chappelle's good for me, because he doesn't have that. He's like just,
The only thing that's changed about Dave Chappelle is his appearance and voice.
Yeah, at one point I thought he was like cloned, man.
He went from that skinny to that.
They say cigarettes, but I don't know, man.
Maybe he smokes like a chimney.
Yeah.
But Dave, lack of a better expression, keeps it real.
Yeah.
He doesn't care about censorship. He doesn't care about guidelines. He will say whatever he needs to say, and people just have to shut the fuck up and deal with it.
When you watch like his early jokes or comedy, for what it's worth.
That's a good one.
It's compared to now, he's more political.
But you know why? Because the times are changing.
Yeah.
When times change, you change with the times.
Yeah.
Bob Dylan, because the times they are changing. So music has changed.
Yeah.
Everything in the artistic world changes. Yeah. Even art and paintings, they all change. So at least he's still consistent in being just as funny as the times have changed. His quality of comedy did not decline.
Yeah.
Okay, he's talking about that, but I'm laughing as hard at this as I did at his first special, because he knows how to keep it.
Killing Them Softly was my favorite.
Yeah. That was a good one.
Maybe you'll go back to that question before. Like if I was on an island and I had like
the album?
Killing Them Softly.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's definitely my go-to.
You know what? It's hard that's a hard question.
Baby
and I should say, if you could take only one comedian and all of their specials. Because it's hard.
Those two.
It's really hard.
I believe those two are better than Delirious and Raw.
Oh, no. Look, Delirious and Raw were great. Were great. But in my opinion, Richard Pryor, That Nigga's Crazy is funnier.
Yeah.
All right? It's a lot funnier.
It's raw.
It's a lot funnier. Yeah. And anything Dave Chappelle did on stage was a lot funnier.
Yeah.
All right? But they were just good at the 80s, and Eddie Murphy made it because nobody could have done it but Eddie Murphy at that style.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And his impressions are spot on, dead on, scary, crazy. Yeah. Chappelle doesn't do impressions.
No.
All right, but he's so funny he doesn't need it.
He doesn't need it.
But Eddie Murphy's your all-rounder comedian. He can almost do anything. He's like,
and he said it himself. He's not really a stand-up comedian. He's just a comedian.
Yeah,
that's why I translate into movies.
And that's why he stopped. He only did 2 specials, and he quit while he was ahead.
Yeah, man.
He was like the Rocky Marciano of comedy. I'm undefeated. I'm going to stay this way.
I don't want to see him do another special.
I don't think it'll be funny. I mean, I don't look. If he's doing a speech, he'll be funny.
Yeah.
Because he's just a funny character. He just knows how to get.
But a special's a lot.
But that's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work, man. And
to do a 60-minute special,
to be relatable. And like at this time, this guy is a multi-millionaire. He's
got everything.
Gone to a grocery store in ages.
I saw the latest special, Being Eddie. Very good special.
Yeah.
The only thing that turned me off was Jerry Seinfeld. Why is he speaking for Eddie? But you just get to see his legacy.
Yeah.
And
on Netflix?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just watched that.
Yeah, it was terrific. It was terrific stuff. But yeah, no, it's good. So you and I are both swearing our allegiance to the religion of Chappellism.
Chappellism all the way.
Oh, Chappellism, definitely. Well, Mo, thanks for being here, man.
Thank you for having me, brother.
And I'm very happy to say that Mo is my second black guest. So if you guys think I'm not being diverse enough,
who's the first?
I think you're wrong. Paul the Black.
Oh, yeah, true that.
You know? So, yeah, man, having it all. Come on. We need some Asians now. I don't have enough Asians. I only had one Indian lady. I need some Asians. I've had enough white people. I need, who else do I need? I need Napoleons, man. People from Nepal. Bangladesh. I need all you guys. Be sure to follow me on my Instagram at Fame Film Agency and follow me on my YouTube at MagicLeb. I have been your host, MagicLeb, aka MagicLeb. This has been Mo. Check him out. And until next time, people, peace.
Peace out.
I'm broke, bitch.